Not so much for the Timberwolves, who've been road warriors so far this season, but have yet to send a Target Center faithful home happy. Tonight, they welcome in the Charlotte Hornets.
Wolves will maintain possession, and Damien Rudej is going to check into the game. And Kevin Martin will take a seat on the bench. It's the third appearance of the season for Rudej. Played very well for the Timberwolves in the preseason. Showed he can really drill it from outside. Shabazz leaves it short. Rebound by Bjelica. Shabazz gives up the corner three. Takes the tough baseline runner and drills it.
It might be his best shot, right? That little lefty runner, that mid-range difficult shot. Tyus Jones is going to get called for a foul here, trying to press up on Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy Lin in that, I don't know what you call that hairstyle, the mohawk, I guess.
Individuality.
It's a lot of gel right there, I know that.
Is.
Jeremy Lin coming over to the Hornets as a free agent. Not quite the same contract that he got after Linsanity back in 2012. And he was able to turn that into a 3-year, $25 million deal. A much more modest 2-year, $4 million deal this offseason to play with the Hornets. But he's played well in Charlotte.
He has played well. He's part of the mix in Charlotte.
Jones off the glass looking for his first.
He's also been drilling his jump shots too.
Jeremy Lin puts it up. Oh man. Bjelica gets called for the foul as Lin takes the desperation jumper to beat the buzzer. And now Jeremy's going to get an opportunity for 3 free throws.
Oh, yeah, it was before the buzzer too. So Tyus Jones gets picked up by Zeller, and then Bjelica gets underneath Jeremy Lin right there. It's not so much up top, it's down below. You know, the hand is one thing, but he went into the shooter. But you'd like to have Nemanja Bjelica be a little more disciplined in terms of his closeout at the end and not get into the airspace and foul a jump shooter like that.
Right, you would have rather just had that ball clang off the rim and the quarter be over.
Well, in some ways, you know, he has been out on the floor. How many times have we seen end of quarter shots being made? He's from half court. We saw Damian Lillard do it. It's happened 3 or 4 times here early in his season where I just think you get kind of traumatized and you don't want to give up that desperation shot at the end, but you cannot foul jump shooters.
This one for the lead. And so the Hornets up 1. A throw in a heave by the Wolves. Jones is not going to get it away in time. He does throw it. All those free throws certainly helped Charlotte as well. Marnie Gellner was in on that last huddle. Marnie?
Those turnovers are definitely a concern for the Timberwolves. So is that free throw differential. But the huddle was pretty positive in that there's such a different mix of players out there right now. The message was mostly just, we need to find an offensive flow with this group, and we'll get there.
Well, right now, the Hornets are the ones with the flow, and they have their largest lead of the night up to 3. Lamb gets by Tyus Jones, who gave him the baseline, and Lamb takes care of the rest.
He just knows how to get a team organized, and that's really his trump card. His trump card is that he's ultra competitive. There are lots of guys that are more athletic than him, that are faster than him, that can jump higher, but it's his basketball brain that's so good as Jeremy Lamb knocks down another jumper.
5th made 3 of the night for the Hornets.
We wish you the best of luck, Debbie. Thank you. Appreciate it. Debbie Jones and Tyus' family up here, guys, biting the fingernails a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, no question. It's a moment they'll never forget. A moment Tyus will never forget. And hope for many more big moments out of that young man. Jeremy Lin counters the Bjelica 3 with a triple of his own, and already the Hornets 6 of 10 from downtown. And Sam Mitchell's going to use a 20-second timeout, get Karl-Anthony Towns back in the game. Back here at Target Center, and Karl-Anthony Towns checking back into the game for the Timberwolves out of that timeout as the Hornets have opened up their largest lead of the night. Martin kicks it back for Levine, and then Zach Levine with yet another travel. And the turnovers mounting now against Levine. That is his 4th of the night. He's got half of the 8 turnovers against the Wolves.
I know Sam's going to be working on catching the basketball and footwork, putting the ball on the deck, trying to drive it. There's Cat with the block, man.
Jeremy Lamb, I mentioned, Jim, was acquired in June, a trade that involved Luke Ridnour when he was traded about 5 times in a span of 24 hours over the summer. Former Timberwolf. Jeremy Lin fouled as he drives inside.
So Charlotte, when Al Jefferson's in the game, they run a lot of cross screen action for him. So action into action. So the high ball screens false action into the cross screen, which they post up Al. And when Minnesota double teams, because they're coming from the X2 defender, and they double team, that guy's open all.
Had a chance to speak briefly with Del Curry before the game tonight, who is the broadcasters for the Charlotte Hornets television broadcast. He was talking about how much improved this Hornets team is shooting the 3-ball. Levine, no, and I said, yeah, but nobody shoots it the way your son is shooting it. And he even said he's astounded by how good Steph Curry's been this season when he was teaching him as a youngster, and then he had the growth spurt. Towns gets the roll.
That running hook is like the same kind of hook that Marc Gasol uses from a left box post up. He just bulls his way into the paint.
Jeremy Lin, Tayshaun Prince unable to get his hands on it. And the Jeremys both have it going here tonight. Lamb and Lin have combined for 27 points. Martin over Jeremy Lin. Batum into the corner for Spencer Hawes. Levine skies for the rebound. Martin drives underneath and turns it over. Did get to the free throw line to get his first career NBA point. Jeremy Lin feeds it underneath. Ball on the floor. And a broken play results in a wide open 3 for Kemba Walker. Shabazz Muhammad comes up with the rebound. Martin call offensive foul here as he initiated the contact into Jeremy Lin's grill. And Andrew Wiggins, and none of them are available tonight for Minnesota. Hawes.
Again, when you got...
You wonder, Jim, how long they can leave Karl Anthony Towns on the bench. He's only played 21 minutes here tonight. It is the back of a back-to-back and the second game of a 4 games and 5-day stretch. But right now, Charlotte's opening up some breathing room and don't want to let this game get too far out of hand. An 11-point lead for the Hornets. Still plenty of time left.
And a combined minus 21 for Andre Miller and Rudej.
Martin fires the 3. Wolves really needed it. Instead, it's a Hornets rebound. Jeremy Lin. Hawes wide open for the triple.
By slipping out of it, he left his defender in the wake, and it was a good find.
Roberts, long 2. Levine.
Just an inefficient shot, you know, inside the arc, non-paint 2s, didn't attack, didn't really stress the defense, kind of settling for those long
early
shots.
On the clock.
Yeah, early in the, exactly. It's the shot that would send Houston Rockets personnel into convulsions if you took it.
Jeremy Lin.
And it's not just Houston anymore, too. I mean, that's a shot that Zach LaVine just took down there that would send half the...
Let's get you caught up courtesy of Toyota. The Timberwolves a little bit short-handed tonight, so Kevin Martin into the starting lineup. 18 points and 4 assists. Zach LaVine also making his first start of the season. A couple of impressive dunks for Zach, but It's been the Jeremy show much of the night for the Charlotte Hornets. Jeremy Lin with 17 points, 3 assists. This Timberwolves team this season, they have played extremely well when their backs have been up against the wall.
Take him one if you want to. What a shot by Jeremy Lin. Wow. I mean, he has been crazy good in this game, and he's had a good season so far for Charlotte. There's no question. He's really played well.
Towns puts it on the floor against Hawes, gets fouled, an awkward fall for Towns.
Again.
Martin, long 2. Tapped out of bounds. Last touched by the Hornets.
Nope.
It's going to be.
It went off Towns.
Yep. It looked like David Guthrie initially was signaling towards. And looks like it's working out pretty good with Karl Anthony Towns. Martin. So the Timberwolves' home losing skid is going to reach 11 straight games. As I mentioned earlier, the franchise record for consecutive losses at home is 14. That's over multiple seasons, like this one the Wolves are on right now. Tyus Jones takes it away. See if he can get his first career NBA bucket. Instead, gives it up to Bielitsa, and a goaltender is going to count the bucket for Belly. Timberwolves are going to fail to get to 100 points. They'll fall to 1-2 this year when they don't reach the century mark. And the Charlotte Hornets come up with a 104-95 win to improve to 3-4 on the season. The Timberwolves fall to 4-3 here on their home floor at Target Center. When we come back, full post-game reaction, including Sam Mitchell's comments. It's all coming up next on Wolves Live.